Welcome to the chaos. I haven't made a video in a long time. So, what have I been working on? Wheels. Trying to get this truck done for next year mini nats. That's definitely kind of on the back burner for a moment because I can't work on that truck until I finish up a job and get the title for the truck. Also, I don't want to show progress on the truck when I should be showing progress on the job I'm doing to get the truck. So that's that. Man, I'm about to freak out. My shop is in chaos. We got parts here laying around, oil pan soaking. So a friend of mine and we picked up a truck. Well, I say we, it's his, but I'm helping work on it. And this is Carlisle Truck Nationals Mad Dash Prep. Paid a pretty good price for the truck. Truck's overall in pretty good shape for what he paid. No problems there. But it hadn't ran in a while. The ignition switch or some of the wiring up there is bad, and the fuel pump always ran on. Who knows the full history and story on it? But either way, when we drain the oil, it has been burning oil and it's been circulating gas in the oil for quite some time. So she was huffing a little smoke, not super bad. You could almost live with it, but once we did an oil change on it, got it running nice because the guy said it hadn't ran in years. But once we did that, I got it running. The thing ran great. It ran fantastic. But when we started it up, the oil pressure was pretty much at zero. And that's kind of concerning, obviously. So we changed the oil and put some additive in it and started it up, and it was over 40 PSI, which is good. But as soon as it warmed up and I was watching it, it would drop to zero. No knocking, ticking, anything like that. Maybe we caught it just in time, but I'll explain that here in a moment. But we got some wheels on it. Transmission fluids been flushed, all that. New suspension up front, brakes. So she's good that way. I'm not going to go too in depth on this project here on this video. But we will be doing some videos on us getting it straight and fighting the good fight to get it to Carlisle. The interior is not bad. We put a windshield in it. We're going to buff it out a little bit to clean her up. I can probably show you real quick here in the dark what it might look like. Nah, you're not going to see it too great, but anyway, it will clean up. But it's got rust and stuff. I mean, so we're just screwing around basically. But it still looks pretty good. I had a grill laying around that we put on it because the other one didn't look that great. A straight bumper, nice valance. We're looking for a rear bumper for it. Power coated, misspoke, power washed the engine bay and did some POR 15 on the frame, what we could reach, all that good stuff. We're not doing a show truck here. Other than that, so now my shop is in such disarray. I think my chest hurts. I feel like it's a dream every night, but a functioning shop gets dirty. That's what happens. So this is the engine that came out of that truck that I was talking about just a minute ago. As you can see, bearings not that great, which I figured that's pretty much what they were going to look like. Kind of crusty. We're going to get it cleaned up. So I'm kind of just doing this video to make a video because, like I said, I haven't posted in forever. But you know, we got parts laying around. I call it the controlled chaos table. I know where everything is, believe it or not. He bought this engine from a guy close by. He said he put new rings in it, bearings, all that stuff. It does appear that that did happen, but this engine, especially on this cylinder here, number one, it has a terrible lip. So again, the guy did not sell it as a brand new, straight from the machine shop item. He put rings, bearings, cam bearings, stuff like that, oil pump on it, and the guy he did it for decided to go into a different direction, and that's what he did. So he just threw her up for sale. There's no subterfuge or anything like that. He wasn't trying to fool anyone. But this block, the rings, when you do the measurement for the rings, they're a little gappy. I got these to finish up. This is part of the job that I'm doing for that truck there. Another Control Chaos table. We got all the parts off of the 93 there to get soaked, dipped, sandblasted, powder coated. Same with all this stuff. Once we get the engine squared away, so what we're going to do with this engine here, like I said, it ran great. It didn't miss. It ran awesome, just like a 4.3 should. But once it warmed up, like I said, it had no oil pressure. If you were to move it or drive it just a little, the pressure would go up. So that's promising. Obviously, oil pump spinning faster, that, and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, that helps. But this engine is not too far gone to where some fresh bearings wouldn't do it good. So in a perfect world, this would be going off to a machine shop and maybe grinding it down and getting some oversized bearings for it or something. But we're just going to polish her up a little bit, put some brand new bearings in it, cam bearings, rings, rod main bearings, and we're just going to rock it. He is going to get a new engine at some point. Already looked into it. I mean, the price is fairly decent. So we're going to get this going so we can get to Carlisle, have some fun there, and, you know, why not? I mean, hell, I've put worse together that have ran longer, believe me. So that's the project there. What else we got? A guy gave me some Corvette wheels. He just gave them to me. So what needs to happen with these, as you can see, I did a little practice spot real quick. Nothing perfect, but you'll see what they could be. I think someone tried to take the clear off of these at some point, and as you can see how dull that one is, and maybe it just sat for too long. But this one still has clear coat. So I think somebody just got attempting to mess around and decided they didn't want to do it anymore. And then this guy bought them to go on a truck he's got. Then he ended up finding a better set, so he went with those and said, hey, you want these? I said, sure. Still trying to get that to paint. Again, where I live, you're better off having it sit under this plastic than go somewhere and just be aggravated at the end result. So that's that. What else are we working on in here? Ah, yes. I had this forklift job come in. It needed brakes. Jacking it up was a bit of a job with the jacks I have, given the weight. That wheel is quite hefty as well. I ended up finding out what was wrong with it, getting the brakes straight. So I'll be getting a new master cylinder for it at some point. But the brakes do work for the job that I was paid to get accomplished. Well, haven't been paid yet, but will be paid to get accomplished. I think the propane leaked out of it, or it was low coming in. Either way, I got to get some propane so I can move it across my shop. I tried to do it a little while ago and it went kaput. So we're going to leave it here and message the owner in the morning and see if he can bring me some propane or however he wants to work that deal. What else? This is a very special project I'm working on for Carlisle All Truck Nationals. Something to be raffled off. The top is getting worked on. Can't wait to show that. That's going to be beautiful. Now, I'm about to do a full, if you want to call it series, video series, whatever you want, on rebuilding this S10 here. I've done some other videos on when the guy gave it to me back over the winter. I had not touched it. I haven't even cleaned it off because when I got it, we went into a cold spell for like a month and a half, and it was in the teens and upper 20s. So, and we had what they call ice creep for a while. It would snow, be icy, and that would linger around for a long time. So that finally dissipated, and with work and stuff coming in and cutting grass and stuff, haven't got around to it. Plus, like I said, I don't want to dive deep into it until I have the title and the guy has his wheels back and work being paid. That way it's not like, well, you got time to work on this but can't finish the job. Screw you. And I would totally understand that. I want to get into it really bad, to be honest with you. Well, I've got the tires, I got pretty much everything it needs to run. And once I get it running, then I'm going to probably pull it and start powder coating some things. Like I said, power wash it first, all that. You know, they've already put rockers and stuff on it. And like you said, but it's sat in a paint shop for like 10, 15 years. So we're going to get it cleaned up. She is basic, doesn't even have vents. So we're going to see what she's about, but it still has a jack. That's pretty cool. I did find an AC bracket because I'll be putting an aftermarket AC in it for my wife to drive, and this will be the seat that'll be going in it. I bought it from Carlisle Swap Meet last year. It is in phenomenal shape, so we're going to be using that. Still have to put this one seat. Look how dusty that is. I just haven't messed with it for maybe 2 months. Just been sitting here in the dust. Plus, I've just been busy and I'm by myself. So, BS happens. You can't have everything perfect all the time. But, these are the wheels that are going on this. I polished one out, scuffed it down, took it down, got it all nice and dull. They came out great. That's the tire I'm going to go with. I ended up ordering a 245. I've always loved the 235/60, but for some reason I clicked 245/60, and here they go. So it might be a little much for the 2.5 to drag, but that's what we're going to do with it. So yeah, more control cast. I'm going to do a video on cleaning this up, doing some soda blasting on it. That's going to be for that 93 that I've talked about earlier. We'll try to pull this sheet off of this bike that I got to get detailed, but I'm afraid with one hand I might snag it on something and something fall, or might not be worth it. But you know, this bike has sat in a friend of mine's garage for like 15 years, and I talked him into letting me bring it here to get it cleaned up for him, and I need to start that soon. But I got to get that forklift out of here and get this Ford out of here. Put calipers on it a while back, and the Chinesium metal it isn't working out too good on it. So I'm gonna take those back and get 2 new ones and see what that'll do for a while. So yeah, this right here makes my chest hurt. And I'm sure there's messier shops out there. And I'm not being a prima donna, but normally clutter. I don't mind dirtiness really, but clutter, ugh, gets me. I feel like I can't function. I feel like I'm overwhelmed. But imagine if it was like a real shop where you had like vehicles in and out of it all day long and stuff, and you don't have time to do the nice little pretty details. They keep it beautiful. So, plus it's been pretty darn hot here, very humid, so you don't really feel like messing with much sometimes. But like I said, this project just kind of bounced up on us. The guy, he's been looking for a S10 for a while, first gen. This popped up. Like, it's a pretty good deal on the truck itself. Like anything you know, anything that needs work, if that makes sense. Didn't know we'd be doing this all at once here like this, but it is what it is. Got this oil pan soaking in some degreaser. But yeah, I mean, she's coming along. We definitely want to get it done before Carlisle. I got some parts here. I got a dip and strip for a friend of mine. Yeah, it's just messy right now. I'm sweating my face off making this little video. But yeah, I'll definitely be posting more here soon. I need to be steady at it. I'm always, well, as you just saw in this video, I'm always bouncing around. Like, I work on this for a minute, then I work on that for a little bit. Then I'll sit here, work on that. Then I'll go, aha, maybe this is what's wrong with that over there while I'm working on this. Then I'll jump over here. Then I'll walk out here, grab a wheel. Maybe I'm scatterbrained, squirrel brain, that's possible as well. But anyway, I just wanted to make a video. I'm still alive. And hopefully we'll have this truck rolling to Carlisle in about 29 days, I think it is. No pressure, no pressure. But thanks for watching if you did, and I'll be making more here soon. But yeah, I can't wait to get started on that 88 back there. I'm gonna do kind of a, hopefully get someone out here to help me do some videos, and I can work while I video, or I can work while being videoed. That's what I like to do. But I'm all over the place. I would need a drone to follow me around that has like its own intelligence and kind of knows what I'm doing, if that makes sense. But anyhow, again, thanks for watching if you did. If you didn't, that's great too. But it's a humid night. Not a human, it's a humid night down here at Skunk Works. The 93 that I drove to Mini Nats, she's still up and kicking. I don't need to really do anything to that except for got to charge the AC, and I would like to change the center bearing and U-joints before I go to Carlisle, but that's not a major thing. I can deal with the little shimmy. I really want to get this guy's truck going because he's going to come up there, hang out with us, meet some of the guys. That's going to be pretty awesome. Like I said, the intake, that's ready to be dipped and sandblasted. The dust cover, ready to be sandblasted. All these ready to be stripped and sandblasted. I'm going to do a little video here on getting these polished. This one has not been touched. I've got these. These are about ready for the first stage. As far as polishing, they've already been scuffed and ready to rock. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Plus with work and things going on, just haven't had time. Or I've had time, but just, I don't know, like by the time I get out here, get working, I'm already behind and getting video cameras out and stuff like that, kind of, which it does suck because I've got tons of things going on. Tons of things, so maybe I should just suck it up and get cramming on it. But anyway, thanks again. I'll see you out there.